Okay, so today we're going to finish chapter 1 by talking about mean, median, and mode. So over here on the side, I've written out how to calculate each one. Okay, mean is another word for average, and that is where we're going to add our data items together and then divide by how many data items we have. Okay, so let's go ahead and calculate for this data set. Let's do the mean first. So we're going to need to add together all of these numbers. So the way I like to add is I like to make groups of 10. Okay, so I'm going to look and I'm like, well, I have 3 and 7, so that makes 10, right? And then I have 20, and then really all that's left is 5. So when I add that together, 20, 30, 35. Okay, and now I'm going to have to divide by how many data items I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 35 divided by 7 is 5. So that's my mean, right? My average is 5. I added them all up and divided by how many I had. So next is median. Median is where we put the numbers in order first, and then after they're in order, we find the middle number. Okay, so I have 0, 0, 0, and then 3, 5, 7, and then 20. So I have 7 data items. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 is my middle number. So that is my median. Okay, mode is the number or the data item that occurs more often than the others, right? It occurs the most. So on this one, okay, what data item happens more than all the others? 0, right? There's 3 zeros, so that's the mode. It's the one that's occurring the most often. And then my outlier is the number that doesn't belong. Okay, it's much larger or much smaller than my other numbers. So if this was like, how many books did you read this month? Okay, and someone said 5, 7, 0, 3, 0, 0, and someone said 20. Okay, that's a lot bigger than all of my other numbers. So that is going to raise the mean. Okay, my outlier is 20, and I'm going to go ahead and write down here that it raises the mean. Okay, without this person who said 20, right, is our average really close to 5 books? Look at how many people said 0. No, right? This number raised our average by a lot. Okay, it made it seem a lot bigger. Let's look at example number 2. Okay, we're going to do the same process with this data right here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add together my numbers. So again, I like to make 10s. 4 and 6 is 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1. So that's 21 divided by how many numbers? 6. So I'm going to come over here, 21 divided by 6. So 6 goes into 21 3 times. That's 18. 3, bring down a 0. 6 goes into 30 5 times. That's 30. So it's 3.5. Okay, so when I'm finding my median, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I have 6 numbers, if I'm splitting them into groups, is there going to be one that's like left out in the middle? No, these 3 go together, these 3 go together. This is where the middle is. So we have to figure out what comes in between 3 and 4. Okay, some of you might know it, which is great. If you didn't, you would add together 3 and 4 to get 7 and divide by 2 to get 3.5. Okay, so if there isn't a middle, right up here, there was an odd number of numbers, so it was these 3, and this was the middle. If there's not, you're going to add the 2 together, 3 plus 4, to get 7, and then divide by 2. Okay, is there a mode on this one? Does one data item happen more than the others? No, there is no mode. And is there an outlier? Is there kind of a number that's way bigger or way smaller than the others? There is not, so there's no outlier. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the back side of your notes. Let's look at example 3. It says there are 8 people in our class and the average weight is 125 pounds. How much does our class weigh in total? Okay, so what do we think? How are you going to do it? We're going to multiply, right? If the average is 125, we can multiply that by how many people are in our class. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 4 is 20. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So what this means is that our class in total weighs 1,000 pounds, okay? So if we divided that by the number of people, which is 8, we'd get 125. Does everyone weigh 125? No, but when we added up our total, it was 1,000, right? And when you divide that by 8, that means the average was 125. Number 4 says find the median of the following, and then we're given this big set of numbers. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to start with the smallest. So that's negative 20. Okay, then negative 12, then negative 8. Okay, are there any other negatives? Nope. So then it just goes 0, 4, 5, and then 7, 9. Okay, so I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what number would come right in between 0 and 4? 2. So 2 is my median. Okay, and if you weren't sure, you would add 0 plus 4 and divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, number 5 says find the mode of cat, dog, bird, dog, dog, cat, bird, dog, dog, cat. Okay, well I'm going to do, so we have cat, bird, and dog, right? So I'm going to go ahead and say cat, dog, bird, dog, dog, cat, bird, dog, dog, cat. Okay, so now is it pretty obvious? Did one of those occur more than the others? Dog. Okay, that occurred the most often. And then this last one says find the mean, median, and mode of the following. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in order as I add them. Okay, so we're going to do 52, 52. Okay, then I have 55. And I'll see that, there we go. And then 62, 68. And then 75, 77. Okay, again, you can add these however you want. And I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 2, 4, 9, 11, 19, 24, 31. Let me double check. 2, 4, 9, 11, 19, 31. Okay, so now I have 5, 10, 15, 21, 24, 30, 37, 44. So when I added it together, my sum is 441. And I'm going to divide by the 7 numbers that I have. So 7 goes into 44 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. Ooh, look what's going to happen. 7 goes into 21 3 times. 3 times 7 is 21. And I'm done. So 63 is my mean. Okay, so now when I go to find my median, they're already in order, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my median is 62. And is there a mode is there one number that happens more than the others? Yes, 52, right? This happens 2 times. So that has to be my mode.